Hey, so this video has been a long time coming on. I believe it was back in around, March or May or so that my last video review came out. But I promise you, the jams have never stopped. I've never stopped jamming. The jams will never end. And a lot has changed in my life since the last video review. As you can see, I've now gone to college. I am not in my dad's basement anymore. I am now in a college dorm room. Um, and fitting in with this theme of going to college, I was thinking about my one of my favorite albums, Milo Goes to College by the Descendents, and that brings to mind the brand new Descendents album, brand new Descendents record that came out a few months ago, Ninth and Walnut. Let's talk about it. So, Ninth and Walnut is less of a new album and more of a collection of B-sides and outtakes that were re-recorded for this release. Um, Most of them come from the Cool to Be You era of the Descendents, which is not my favorite, and but some of them even come from pre Milo Goes to College era Descendents. So some of these tracks are very old. But yeah, but overall, the tracks here span pretty much the entire history of the Descendants, and it's a very cool little record. So looking at here, some standout tracks really come to me are Nightage. That one has a really cool bass line. Grudge. Milo returns to. He does a very good impression of his younger self on that song. Mohicans is a great one. Not a huge fan of It's a Hectic World. I think that's one of the Descendants' weakest songs that they've come out with, in my opinion. Ride the Wild is a good one. Glad All Over is a great closing track that sounds like it could have been a Beatles tune, an early Beatles tune. Um, Overall, some of these songs come across to me as being pretty weak. Um, I mean, the Descendants come at you with their standard Californian pop punk, skate punk, melodic punk sound. They play hard, they play fast. There's some cool bass lines in there. But overall, I feel like some of the tracks on here, you can tell that they are B-sides and outtakes because they're good, but they don't stand up to the same level of quality that you expect from most of their other albums. But like I said, there's still some really good standout tracks on here. Um, it's an alright album. It's good, but I wouldn't put it on the same level as like their album that came out before this, Hypercaphium Spazzinate, or even Cool to Be You or Everything Sucks. Um, Overall, I'd say check out some of the tracks that I mentioned, and uh, but if you're gonna get into the Descendants, I'd say there's a lot better places to start than this. But overall, it's a cool concept for an album. Um, I'd say it was worth coming out with. I'd give it a solid C plus. It's a C plus. It's all right. It's I. So yeah, that was just my quick thoughts on Ninth and Walnut. Sorry if my voice is a little bit off. I'm trying to keep it down. I have neighbors now, so I can't be yelling and screaming anymore as much as I may want to being in college. Am I right, fellas? So, yeah. Um, I will be back in less than 6 months this time with a brand new review. I've got a lot planned out. New Offspring album is one that I um, plan on doing a classic review of short music for short people at some point. Love that album. Um, the new Poppy is a good one. God, how long have I been saying that I'm going to do a review of the new Billie Eilish album, man? Come on. So yeah, all of that's coming real soon. I promise. So be on the lookout for it. For some more hot and sexy jams, as usual. If you agreed or disagreed with any of my opinions in this video, um, go fuck yourself. And yeah, Ninth and Walnut. All right, album. Check it out. See you guys in the next one.